Good morning, Morning West, and welcome to the annual Veterans Day Assembly, honoring all who served, defending liberty and freedom. My name is Jovan Butts. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Emmanuel Camberos Pedraza. After the pledge, please remain standing and join us for the playing of the national anthem, The Star-Spangled Banner, by JSM Orchestra.
Please put your right hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for the JSM Orchestra. We'll be playing the national anthem, The Star-Spangled Banner.
Hi, I'm Christy Kavanaugh, principal at Morton West High School. I'm here today in honor and celebration of Veterans Day. On the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, the fighting of World War I ended in 1918. Due to the conclusion of the war that ends all wars, November 11th became a universally recognized day of celebration. So today we are here to honor our veterans and all of those that have served in war and defended democracy. Those men and women were ordinary people. They left their lives, their homes, and their families to protect our country and maintain a way of life. As we honor them and their great deeds, let us also salute those that are currently fighting for our freedom. The freedom we enjoy is extremely special, and that is why we must defend it. It is also a time for each of us to take part in protecting it. The defense of freedom is not just for the military. Each of us shares in that duty and the responsibility. We don't have to join the armed forces to actively defend that way of life. We can protect our freedom by simply maintaining it here in America. If we want to preserve freedom, we must put it into action by voting in elections, speaking out against injustices, and we also must ensure that everyone feels the benefits of freedom. We can do that by volunteering in communities or teaching children what it means to be a productive citizen. Veterans Day isn't just a day for veterans, it's a day for all of us. It's a day to remember why we were fighting and a day for all of us to continue the journey of protecting our freedom and the freedom of generations to come. Today, I want to thank you for honoring our veterans and continuing the walk forward while we continue to honor them by living the freedom that they protected. Thank you and enjoy.
In 1921, an unknown World War I American soldier was buried in Arlington National Cemetery. Similar ceremonies occurred earlier in England and France, where an unknown soldier was buried in each nation's highest place of honor. Every year at the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, a combined color guard representing all branches of the military executes present arms at the Tomb of the Unknowns. In other countries, this is known as Armistice Day. Here in the US, we commemorate Veterans Day as a day to honor all of those veterans who have served, living or dead, to honor their patriotism, love of country, and willingness to serve and sacrificed for the common good, and to remember the silencing of those guns of August nearly 100 years ago.
Realizing that peace was evenly preserved by veterans of World Wars I and II and the Korean conflict, Congress was requested to make this day an occasion that honored those who had served America in all wars. In 1954, President Eisenhower signed a bill proclaiming November 11th as Veterans Day. In his original proclamation of the bill, President Eisenhower declared, "Now therefore, I, Dwight D. Eisenhower, President of the United States of America, do hereby call upon all of our citizens to observe November 11th, 1954 as Veterans Day. On that day, let us solemnly remember the sacrifices of all those who fought so valiantly on the seas, on the foreign shores, and in the air for the freedom of our country. And let us reconsecrate ourselves to the task of promoting and enduring and lasting peace so that their efforts shall not have been in vain."
In 1958, 2 more unidentified American dead soldiers were brought from overseas and placed in Arlington National Cemetery, one having been killed in World War II and the other from the Korean conflict. In 1984, an unknown serviceman from the Vietnam War was placed alongside of the others to honor these men and all Americans who gave their lives in all wars. Every year at 11 a.m. on November 11th, a combined color guard representing all branches of the military executes present arms at the Tomb of the Unknowns. Veterans Day continues to be celebrated as a day to honor all those veterans who have served, living or dead, and to honor their patriotism, love of country, and willingness to serve and to sacrifice for the common good. Please join us in honoring our veterans here today who have served in World War II, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, Operation Desert Storm, and the war on terror in Iraq and Afghanistan. Let's give them all a round of applause.
You may have noticed the table on our set. This table was created to call your attention and serve a purpose. A simple table with settings for 6 as it awaits its guests. However, who are the guests, and will they come? Perhaps, more importantly, can they come? It is reserved to honor our missing loved ones. The empty places represents Americans still missing from each of the 5 services: Army, Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, and the Coast Guard, and the last chair reserved for the civilians. This honor ceremony symbolizes that they are with us, here in spirit.